Hey guys, just jumping in, of course. You know what time it is. Welcome to the show, Bearding Without Borders. We're going to have a great lineup tonight. Got some great guests. Got Old Red and Mr. Stash coming in. Then we got a visit from Santa coming on later on. But we're going to jump straight into our interesting beard fact, our fun beard fact for the week. It's actually going to be Santa themed. So, did you know that the Santa that we know today didn't actually exist until right around 1880? Thomas Nash Drew actually drew a cartoon in Harper's Weekly that depicted Santa as a big man with a lavish beard and a sack full of presents. And that was our first real depiction of Santa Claus as we know today. And then in 1931, Coca-Cola decided to modernize him a little bit. And that's where we started getting into the red suit and started kind of moving forward with that. And they used him to portray toy sales and magazine ads and so on and so forth. So that is the Santa that we have come to know and love and respect today. And that's what, when you think of Santa, you think of the red suit and the big beard. That's where we actually get it. So with that, like I said, we are going to have a Santa Claus on later on tonight. We're going to talk to Santa at his workshop, getting ready for, of course, this weekend. But we want to go ahead and jump in, and we are going to talk with our first guest for the night. We've had him on the show before in the past. What's up, Yukon? Barefoot. What's up, buddy? Got Mr. Ron White, a.k.a. Old Red, and he brought a guest with him tonight that unfortunately they had to be in two separate places, but that's all right. We got Mr. Stash, one of their newest additions, and one of their fastest rising kind of stars for Beard Mob, Indiana. What's going on, Red? Stash?
Hey, how Ray?
What's up? What's up? Evening, gentlemen.
Yeah, Stash is. I already told him earlier. He's kind of giving me some mustache envy tonight. Showed up already prepped and primed, and I'm like, I got off work and came straight here and started getting everything together. What's up, Don? See, I love it. We get some good people popping in right off the bat. We got Barefoot already here. Yukon's here. Don's here. Uh-oh. I see Lexi showed up now. Lex is that's a pure.
You introduced me as Ron White, so they're just coming for famous people.
Yeah, well, you are Ron White.
Yeah. I'm pretty damn white.
Yeah. Mr. Ron Rice. Ron White, since white is rice. But see, I can play this game. It's been a day. So what's going on, guys? How are you guys doing up there in Indiana right now? I know the weather is going to take a very big turn for the worst. So
yeah, it started snowing here already in my zip code. I don't know if it's made your way yet, Red.
I'm upstairs, and all I can hear is the wind. It sounds like the whole upstairs is about to blow away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think a healthy chunk of the whole country's feeling a little bit of the cyclone bomb or whatever the hell it is that's blowing through. But yeah, it's certainly some nasty weather blowing through. But I appreciate you having us on tonight, man. Super excited.
Look, like I'd already kind of decided that the end of the year, the last two episodes of 2022 were going to kind of be a recap. And when Ron came to me about what's going on with, Bearded Theater, which we are going to be talking about. Yeah, you guys are kind of becoming TV stars. I'm in agreement. I'm just going to have to see them before MobFest because I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to MobFest yet. But I'll get my autographs in. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Don, negative 45 wind out on the route today. Oof.
Hell. Good Lord.
Yeah, you can keep Don. Quit sending your weather our way. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, keep all that stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
let's get into the holiday season, Ray.
Yeah, man. I really wanted to kind of wrap up and talk with you guys about the year that you had. Now, you, Stash, only came in about 6 months ago, and you kind of jumped up to the top of the food chain, so to speak. It's funny. I was talking with Ron earlier today about this too. It's like, just randomly ran into you in a Walmart, and Miss Meggs even said that she was giving Red grief for chasing you down in Walmart.
Absolutely,
And-
the best thing I've ever picked up at Walmart.
Right. Definitely the best person I've ever met in a Walmart for sure. Right. But no, it's been
I just
right. And I think what really pulls me in is this entire community, and I've had the opportunity in the past 2 weeks or so to hop on a couple of shows, but it's really this whole bearding community that and how we give back, right, and what we do to support local charities and the local community, each other as brothers and sisters, from our whalers and our bearders to our whiskerinas, right?
now hold on. Nobody likes a whaler. We've had this
No,
conversation.
but I sure love some of them dearly.
Hey, look, I'm with you on that. We've got some great whalers out there. I had to throw the joke out there. The community seems like it's very, very thriving right now. And going into the end of this year has been it's been illuminating for me to see how much we're actually getting out there and we're doing. And old Charms done giving me shit now for saying nobody likes a whaler. I love you, Charms. Just saying. But you guys have really kind of, and I mentioned this last week when I had Boo on the show, is you guys have really kind of put yourselves out there. You've done a lot of work. And I met you at the first comp that I'd been to for Beard Mob Indiana. And that was August, if memory serves right.
Correct.
And you jumped out there quick, man. And like, I remember looking at that mustache going, man, I'm glad he don't have a beard. Like,
so I don't know if it's rising fast, but man, it's the passion I have. I found something that I can relate to and appreciate and get involved in. I'm going to go through a whole life history, but got divorced about 2 years ago, and so it's just me and my kids, and it's an awesome outlet to have that fellowship with people of like minds and have that giving spirit. So I don't attribute it to anything other than just my desire to get involved, to be present, to help support other clubs, other members, other brothers and sisters, and that's, in my mind, that's what the game's all about, right? How do we
and 100%. That's one of the reasons why, like, I was super excited to see you get involved. I've said this probably a dozen times now. Anytime I see you give the salute, it feels weird when I first see it. Yeah, I'll throw in some love for the mob today. So I love the thing hand, by the way. That is great.
As soon as I seen that pop up, I had to purchase it.
So,
sure.
And you've gotten involved quite a bit. I know that, and we'll get into your show that you guys are getting ready to kick off here soon. But really, I wanted to kind of wrap up. Like, you guys have had a crazy, great year with not only doing your own competitions and supporting the charities around you. You guys have been very active, been out. I think the next time I seen you after that first comp was in Pomeroy, and you caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. When you came up to me, you're like, "Hey, I'm a big fan of the show. Thank you for what you're doing," and all this other stuff. I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And it took me about 5 minutes to register. I was like, "Oh, that's Stash. That's the guy that Ron's been talking to me about for like the last 2 months." And I was like, man, he just, yeah, okay. In case you don't know, me and Ron we talk probably about once or twice a week, and it's all good things. And we're we bounce ideas off each other, and we have a lot of fun with it. And one of the ideas that just came to fruition, which I was super excited about, was Beard Mob's website.
Yes. We are super excited about the website. Yeah. Tech James Driver from Beard Mob Indiana has been doing website stuff and technology stuff his whole life. So we promoted him to our technical advisor because we all need a technical advisor. And he built Indiana, beardmobindiana.com for our Indiana chapter, and it turned out phenomenal. Loving it. Got a lot of traffic on it. So So that was good. And then one day he texted me and he's like, guess what I just bought? I'm like, what? He's like, beardmob.com. I'm like, you can't. So he got the domain, and then I cleared it with Boo, which was no problem. He about jumped out of his pants. I guess they've been trying to buy the domain since 2017. So
yeah, 017.
Yep.
1917.
07. Yeah. Big
2017.
shout out to Tech, man.
I forgot a 2. It's all right.
I mean, if
But
I
yeah,
can
so
call you,
that's
if
gonna
I can
be-
call you White, then you can forget it too, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be a great recruitment tool. There's a map on there. You just click on your state. It opens a form. You put in your information. It shoots it to the president of that region. And then they can follow up immediately after they get the form and just got basic information. So it's going to be a great recruitment tool. A great way to spread the word. Got a QR code. I'm getting ready to have some national cards printed with a QR code on the back so anybody in any state can have the same card. And
I think that's great. Who did Tech set up your QR code as well, or?
yes, it's even got the mob man in the middle of it.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to. I definitely want one of those cards when they get out. I love the QR code thing. I've been thinking about it once we get our website up, is doing a QR code as well.
Yeah, I got Nathan Stewart from Beard Mob England is designing them for us and putting them together. So I'm excited to see what he comes up with. I kind of gave him free reign, and I've learned that when you give an artist free reign, you get a lot better product. You say, I want
100%.
Yep. Don't constrain.
I do the same thing with Andrew for the most part. So I kind of let Andrew kind of run wild with it. But like getting the website up was a big jump for you guys. And I remember talking about the website all the way back in June, and to see it come to fruition before the end of the year was phenomenal. You even got the merch site up now, which I think is great. Big shout out. I know he's not here with us tonight, but big shout out to Tech from Beard Mob Indiana for putting in the work and really grinding that out. So,
absolutely.
And another thing that came to fruition is the competition that you're prepping for August 12th.
Yes.
And that is Bearded Theater. Now, I want you to go ahead, and I want to let you kind of take the reins here, you guys, and let you guys talk about the build up to get to this theater, because I know that I know it's been something in the works for a long time, trying to get somebody to just get your foot in the door.
Yes. So Bearded Theater this year is going to take place at the historic Crump Theater in Columbus, Indiana. This theater was built in 1871 as an opera house. It has been fully operational since then. Of course, it switched to silent film in the 20s and then went into regular theater moving forward. Been working about 2 years to get in this venue. And I spoke with the lady who's in charge of it last year at a little festival we had in town, and she was excited. But unfortunately, last year they didn't have the building codes up to house that many people inside. So she promised me once we got that taken care of just to get her in contact, and she held true to her word. About 3 weeks ago, I called her and she said, yes, come tour the place, come talk to me. And it just went from there. They're super excited. We're super excited. It's a very historic landmark in Columbus. Everybody I've told about this competition can tell me a story. Oh, my dad took me there to see Star Wars when it first came out. Me and my grandpa used to go there for this. And so I think it invokes a lot of memories. And I think we'll be one of the first 10 events to be held in that space. So I think we're going to draw a pretty good crowd just from the community alone. And we got space for them this year. Last year, we got a little crowded, and that's a good
little bit.
Yeah.
Problems.
Yeah.
So this year, it's a lot bigger venue. We got a bigger stage, more seating, upper, lower lobby. I'm in talks with a local brewery here in town that actually brewed a beer to benefit the Crump Theater. Proceeds of the beer was going to help the preservation. So I'm talking with them to get the microbrewery, not a microbrewery, it's actually pretty big, but the brewery in there to serve us some beers, and then they do pizza as well. So I'm trying to kind of knock down the pizza thing.
Okay, wow.
One deal.
That was news. I didn't know about that part. So that's awesome.
Still in works. There's been talk.
Breaking news.
Yet.
Breaking news. So thinking about that though, like, please tell me, like, what did you tell her that you were expecting turnout wise.
Oh, at
Like-
least 1,000 people.
At least 1,000 people. I mean, I wouldn't put it past you. And that's the great part is we're getting it out so early that that we're going to have time. You're going to have time to market and promote this correctly. And of course, it'll be in my list of events going forward to promote it during the wrap up at every show. Because I'm super excited about this. I love historic buildings and old theaters like this. I think it's a great way to go about it. And I'm excited to get to check this place out. I know Haley is as well. She was looking around at it and she was like, doing it in an old theater is like, I haven't seen a comp done in a historic theater like this yet. So
But
I'm excited.
it
I mean,
is
like Big
super-
Whisper had the venue stage, which is really cool, but doing it in an old theater is going to be something else.
as Ron mentioned, right? This is the if you think about Columbus, it is the super iconic location landmark. If you're from the area, if you live around the area, you've heard of the Crump Theater. So, I mean, I think to Ron's point, the crowd draw. There's going to be people showing up just to come in and check out the location, right? To be able to see what's going on, to see some of the renovations that's taking place. So, it is remarkable on multiple levels. The location, the event, the people that are showing up, right? It's going to be wicked cool. And anybody watching, I highly encourage you to mark August 12th on your calendars because it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. Beard Mob Indiana's second competition, and third. We forgot Peru. Apologies. Our third competition. But it's going to be whoop ass, straight up.
And you guys have done well with every competition you guys have put on. You guys have always, you guys are even outside competitions. You guys are, and are still doing a lot in the community and always knocking it out of the park. I'm super excited to see what 2023 holds for you guys because 2022 was a great year, and I know a few things that are coming up in 2023. I'm not going to say because it's I'm not supposed to know yet, but I do know at least one of the judges and one of the MCs for this comp. You guys are going to love this. It's going to be great. I'm super excited for when you guys finally start teasing and announcing this stuff. Unless you want to do it tonight.
Nope.
Figured I might ask. Yeah, didn't think so.
No, we're going to build some anticipation, and I'll release a judge every month or so here, starting pretty soon, 5 months before the comp, obviously.
Right.
The next big thing for us is going to be sponsorship spots. Those will be posted on the event page probably sometime after the first of the year, once the holidays get done. We're going to throw the sponsor spots up, and that's just a great way, not only to raise money for the charities and for our competition, but it's a great way for some of the smaller groups or companies to get a little spotlight. So I really like the sponsorships. We've had great support from so many other clubs and organizations that it's really cool to see all the logos go up with the different clubs, on the banner. We always do a giant banner so everybody can see who was involved, and it's a nice touch. I enjoy talking to people and getting the sponsorships. So
yeah, I'm just stoked to see our name on the marquee, right?
Okay.
Marquee on the outside of that building. Oh, holy smokes! Right.
That is going to be an amazing sight. Like I plan on making sure to get a couple pictures of that myself, just because that's big. Like, and I love that old style marquee too. So it's going to be really exciting to see, Beard Mob Indiana Bearded Theater pull up on there. That's going to be great.
For sure.
So you guys have had a lot of cool things going on. Another thing that's coming up in 2023, you guys have your own show coming.
Yes.
So I know you haven't got your logos and everything set for that yet, but you guys have, what is it? It's Bearded Business. Is that right?
Correct.
So you guys want to tell us kind of the basis on this, or?
Well, we're hoping to launch either the first week after the new year or the second week after the new year, depending on how technical we can figure out this stuff. But it's going to be called Bearded Business with Old Red and Stash. We're going to highlight different small businesses within the bearding community. There's so many small businesses that contribute, whether it be raffles or sponsorships or, you just helping, so many designers out there help the bearded community with logos and everything. It's going to be wonderful to give them just a little bit of that spotlight. Hopefully it helps increase their business, and hopefully it puts a face to some of the raffle items that you might have won or different things that you see being created. It gives them a time to be kind of one-on-one to really tell what they do and how they do it. So we're really excited. It's going to be on the Bearded Family Network on Mondays at 8.
I'm definitely excited to see you guys get into that, especially Stash has got a lot of business acumen. You're how many generations you've been as your family ran that business? I've heard bits and pieces of this story. So, you have a family. You're a family. You guys have a business or something like that? I've seen pictures of your grandfather and whatnot, and with his stash.
Father's stash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not part of a family business. You're probably talking about my my great grandfather.
Okay. My apologies then.
You're good, man. He actually had the town store, right? The general store back in mid 1800s, and we came across a picture of his around this time last year. My mom showed me it was my paternal great grandfather, and he had a wicked gnarly stash, and I was like, holy shit, it's in the genes, man. So yeah.
Yeah, don't get that epic without genetics.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I showed a picture.
Oh, go ahead.
I showed a picture. I know you're good. I showed a picture of that to a buddy of mine who he's learning about the beard and mustache community. He doesn't know a lot about it. I showed a picture of you and that picture that Ron sent me of your great grandfather, and he was like, "Is that the same guy?" I was like, "No." I was like, that's a relative. I was like, so apparently it's in the genetics. He's like, well, I got screwed. So he's a baby face.
Well, in all generations, to me, every male in the family, they're all clean shaven. So I'm like bucking family trends for sure. But
the black sheep.
Yes, for sure. But to Red's point, right? The Bearded Family Network, and focusing on bearded business, it typically think about the oils, the balms, the those types of beard care companies, but how to expand beyond that. And it's not just, of course, we need and love those groups as well, but the woodworkers, the buckle makers, all the other cool stuff that goes on as part of, like Ron said, you might have received some trophies or some swag as a result. And how do we spotlight them and give them a platform we can drum up additional business and support them as well, right? So
absolutely.
A little bit different, take advantage of an opportunity. When Red and I were talking a couple of weeks ago, I think I quote, he said, "Man, we won't get wet if we don't jump in. Let's give it a go and see what happens." So
I like that. That's good. We won't get wet if we don't jump in. I like that. I'm going to remember that one
this year. I think there's so many ideas I've came up with, and I've kind of he-hummed around, and my mantra's been, you can't get wet if you don't jump in. So we've dove into a lot of things this year.
You really have.
It's worked out. So,
this has got to be probably one of the biggest years, not just for Beard Mob Indiana, but for you personally, Ron. You and Meg got married this year, and you guys have been. I see Meg kind of peeking in the corner over there.
Oh, too far away.
Hey, Miss Meg.
Yeah, it like I said, it's been. I posted actually on Facebook the other day in reflection. It's been the best year of my life and the worst year of my life all at once.
Yeah.
Accomplished things I never thought I would accomplish. I'm doing good things in the community. I have a extended family now that I feel close to. We support each other. It's just been an amazing ride. Unfortunately, this year I've lost a lot of people. I've lost 3 aunts, my mother, my grandfather. So while I've had a personal great year, I've also had a year of great loss. But you know, that comes with getting older as well. So,
I mean, you've managed to move forward through all that, through all the trials and the tribulations that you've had this year, and still come out on the positive end. I'm very happy that you've been able to, take some of that pain and still move forward and give back to the community. Because like I know a lot of people, like myself, like when I lost my mom, like I kind of lost myself for a little while, and so to see, because like you just bounced right back into things. You took a little bit of time for yourself, but you came right back and you started jumping back in, and that speaks volumes to the character of who you are as a person. And I'm grateful that I've gotten to know you guys this year. Like,
well, thank you. All the kind words.
Okay, I'm gonna be the rude jump in here. It speaks
please
for this community. It's this community that has helped him get through it and get that. It's the support of everybody in this community, 100%, and maybe a little bit.
Oh, a whole lot.
a whole hell of a lot of you. So
you got to be a very patient person to live with me. I run 100 all the time.
Based on conversations that we've had, I have no doubt about that.
I got 4 ideas cooking all the time.
Since everybody's seen, I've seen a couple of comments kind of pop up here. I guess I would be remiss if I don't say it. Since last week, we talked about it, and I threw a number out there, and before Clink pops in here and says I fucked up,
Fucked up.
I have agreed to do the Speedo for $5,000 raised for the Kentucky Lyme Disease Association in honor of Patrick Crayons White. Because that was his charity that he always supported, and he tried to raise a lot of awareness for Lyme disease since he suffered from it, and so that's where the proceeds are going to go. Since I have to mention it, we are going to start running a campaign, I guess, sometime in the beginning of the new year. And apparently, Beard Mob Indiana has already started rallying the troops, according to what Ron has told me.
We're going to see Speedo, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm figuring.
The cause, right? I mean, kudos to you, Ray, for stepping up and throwing out a number, because I saw that on the show. I thought, holy shit! But it's a good cause, right? It goes back to that community thing, and what can we do individually, collectively, or whatever to support the causes that surround us. So, I mean, mad props, brother.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. Like I'm kind of torn. I want to raise the money. I want to see the money raised, and I'm willing to do it if the money gets raised. But part of me is like, I really don't want to do the Speedos.
I really hope you have enough money left over to get a spray tan. That white ass is going bright.
Oh, don't worry, you're going to get a picture of that if that's the case.
I'll throw in cash for the spray tan, brother, if you need. I'm definitely donating towards that 5K. I just tell you right now.
If you don't get the spray tan, you got to buy us all sunglasses or something. I don't know.
Just start handing out kitty sunglasses as I go across the stage. Here you go. Here you go. Here you
You're
go.
gonna need these.
Yep, you're gonna have to drop some Bearding Without Borders shades or something people can pick up or something like that.
There you go, merch idea right there. So, but no, I mean, like, I'm okay with it, like, to an extent. Like I said, part of me's torn about this. Spray tan, please.
Hey, Ray. Miss Meg came up with a great idea. How much to get my logo on your ass when you walk across the stage?
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, I'm not saying a damn word on live.
Oh, there you go.
Like, because I'll get held to stuff.
Okay, good. You heard it here. Ray's getting an Indiana logo on his ass when he goes across.
I am down. I'm so down to sponsor Beard Mob Indiana on
I did not give that number, Andrew. You best stop that bullshit.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I love that idea. That's perfect.
well, that's all we had time for tonight.
I gotta find something stupid to
throwing
do
out
for money.
sponsorships. You throw out sponsorships, man. You might be able to hit like 10 grand or something, right?
Oh man, you have to start doing on the Letterman's jacket. Oh, look, now we got Afton jumping in here too. Good Lord. So,
What's up, brother?
what's up, guys?
What's up, brother?
So, throw that out there. $1,000 per cheek. Mike, you are not helping, sir. You are not helping this. Oh man, I love you guys so much and hate you guys all at the same time right now. So,
Love you, Ray.
yeah,
Love you.
honestly, guys, like you guys have been some of my favorite people to get to know this year. With me getting to travel, everybody that I've had interactions with in the community has been amazing. And there's a handful of people that I talk to a lot more regularly now and people that I never thought I'd have much contact with. And that's one of the things I love about this community. And it's the reason why I wanted to do the show was I wanted to tell people stories and I wanted to get people involved and to hear, not only about what they're doing in the community, but also what they're doing in their own lives. And we've had some really cool and inspiring stories. And Ron, you and Meg were one of the first ones that came on the show. You were in the first 10 episodes, and I'm grateful that you guys got involved with us. And I'm excited to see what next year holds in store for not just myself, but for you guys and for the club and for your show. Like, I'm super excited about everything coming up. Like 2023, I was kind of like, I don't know how this is going to go. Like when I was first looking at it, but I'm getting more and more excited about the next year, and it's all about moving forward.
We got to keep the forward momentum, all of us. I mean, not just in Beard Mob, Indiana. All of us has got to keep the forward momentum because we're out here doing good things, and people are starting to notice more. People's always noticed within the community, but now we're starting to see people outside the community really take note of what we're doing because we're bringing in some pretty big money for these charities. For instance, we done a gingerbread competition that just wrapped up last Saturday.
I was gonna wrap up with that one too, because like the gingerbread competition was a lot of fun, and I didn't get to compete, but I did get to see a lot of the pictures come through and see what you guys were doing. I'm super excited at how that turned out for you guys. I hope you guys bring it back next year.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. This was a trial year. This was one of those ideas that if we didn't jump in, we wouldn't have got wet. Miss Meg had brought it up. I thought it was a great plan. We were looking to do something over the holiday season. We ended up having 7 entries this year. They had a lot of fun. All the entries were amazing. And the biggest thing here is we raised $400
for a local food pantry.
Yes, and here's the thing: we did not have a dedicated food pantry that we were sending money to. We were going to wait till after the end and see where the need was. 2 days before the competition wrapped up, Larry Gamble, Misfit from our club in Peru, Indiana, he texted me and said, "Hey, the Miami County food pantry just put a thing on an alert that they're totally out of food and the truck ain't going to make it." And I was like, "That's a no-brainer. That's what we're doing." So the $400 went to the Miami County Food Bank to help replenish their supplies because they took such a big hit over the holidays.
Yep.
So it's funny how things work out that way.
I think that's something that we should all do. Not just like in the community that we're surrounded with, but like the communities around, like the surrounding communities, the surrounding areas. This year, I have a feeling is going to be, with inflation going up and everything else, like food prices are through the roof. Like, if you guys get a chance, like, I'm talking to the whole viewers and anybody that watches later, like, go check out and see if your local food bank needs anything. Your God's Pantry, your food banks, see what they need. If you can give something, it goes a long way. Doesn't matter if it's a pack of crackers or a car full of groceries. Anything that you can donate and give is going to be beneficial and helpful somewhere down the line.
Somebody's going to be great at that donation.
Exactly. Food banks are, I think they're going to be. I think we're going to see a lot of people leaning on food banks over the next year or so, and I would definitely want to get into that. So White Shadow says pictures.
100% agree. They've been the food bank, at least in my. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
That's a great picture. One of my favorites.
I love
Yes,
one time that was in Pomeroy.
that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
I think there's.
absolutely.
I think I've got. I think I snapped a few pictures up there too. So.
We were on Taxi Phil's deck, I think, because we had 2 cabins in the same campground, and we went over there to party one night.
Yeah, it was good time.
We missed out on the. We missed out on actually doing. It's the where they were at for the cabin. Andrew's asking about deck. We missed out on getting one of the cabins. I'm hoping that maybe we can rectify that this year because we ended up staying in. What was it? It's called Gallinopolis, but everybody kept calling it Gallon of Piss, but like 30 minutes away.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I need to check on those cabins and see if there's any available yet.
Yeah, if you guys have not made it out for Big Ben Beardsman's competition out there, you guys have got to get out there to Pomeroy. There's another really good picture.
Yep.
That was actually at the Eagle's Nest.
Correct.
Looks like.
Yeah, Beards on the. That was, I think I've hit every comp within a 5-mile radius between August when I first joined and when the slow season kind of hits, and that was a hoot. That was a hoot. Big Ben Beardsman, Beards on the Bend, definitely worth checking out. 100%.
It's on my
I'm
go-to
excited.
career.
Yeah, it's on my permanent go-to list as well. I wouldn't miss it. Like Pomeroy's a great little town as well. There's the picture of a Thing. If you guys have not seen this on Ron's post earlier today, he has found a little hand that is giving the Beard Mob salute, and I think that's going to stay like that permanently.
If you've watched Wednesday, you'll know that it's the Thing from the Addams Family, but
yeah,
it was given the salute, so it had to come home with me.
Hey,
this is from the Christmas party, wasn't it?
I recognize the background there. Do you guys?
Is that at your house, Stash?
Stash house, because it just sounds wrong, but that was at the Stash house.
Yeah, yeah. I spend all my time out in the shop, man. I work from home, so from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm in the kitchen area, and I'm outside after that. So, hey, look at that picture. Yeah,
good night, Phil. Taxi Phil, Meg, and Ron. I actually wanted to get up there so bad for the Christmas party, and I missed it, and I'm sad that I did. Big shout out to Taxi and the Cincinnati Beard Barons. They always put on a good show. They always have a lot of fun, and we went up a couple weekends ago and seen Taxi and Sandy when they were doing their Santa Claus bit at the ice cream shop for Haley's birthday, and had a lot of fun there. So
they're so good at the Santa and Mrs. Claus role.
Absolutely.
Hey,
speaking of Santa,
I would like to give him a huge congratulations. He is now vice president of the World Beard and Mustache Association.
Absolutely, big congrats on that, sir.
Huge props to Mr. Taxi Phil.
I'm going to try to get him on the show. I'm going to actually try to get him on the show sometime in January or February to talk about that. So, but
That's the Stash house.
And the freestyle.
First ever freestyle.
Killed it.
Yeah, I took second to Paul Kennedy, so that's a win in my book.
Yeah, for sure, right?
I think that you need to definitely do some more freestyle this year, Ron.
I think it's probably going to be an online thing. Oh Lord, where'd you find that smooth face?
Oh, look at that!
Damn.
This is when Ron was a child before he grew up.
I was like 10 there, maybe.
Man, Orton wasn't kidding when he said he was digging up some photos.
Gee,
Oh yeah,
dug deep.
that's what we do.
60s boys.
Deep cuts.
Let's stalk at us.
Fun beard fact: that first picture of Ron with no facial hair, he's still the same height from when he was 10. So
yeah, I grew quick and then stopped.
yeah. Man,
Hey.
and if you guys don't know, Ron and Meg do Civil War reenactments, and they get really involved in the history. They love they love 1800s. I'm guessing
18th
is
history.
yeah, that is their main line. If you guys have not seen the pictures from their wedding, you need to go check them out. They killed it with the theme, and they do a great job at the reenactments. Me and Haley are planning to go and visit some of the reenactments this year, as many as we can. So
We have a good time, man. It's a lot of fun, and we're keeping history alive for people that may not ever get a chance to see some of the things we do.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hey, we were talking about the bearded community and brothers lifting brothers up and being there to support one another. I got a card in the mail today, and I thought, okay, cool, Christmas card. I've been really enjoying getting these Christmas cards. I opened this Christmas card, and there is a guitar pick, an old red guitar pick.
That is amazing.
To
Nice.
Mr. Johnson, because made my night. And you know, sometimes it's something this simple that can make somebody's day. So remember that, because this generally made my evening.
Outstanding.
So,
Outstanding.
guys, it's been great having you on.
Love it.
Oh my goodness. I've had a lot of fun, and like I said, I know that we're going to be talking a lot more in 2023. Got some things in the plans that I've talked with you about, Ron, and we'll talk more about that at a later time once I get everything up. Oh, look at this. Mr. Buffont jumped in.
Boo! What's up, boss man?
What's up, boss?
And picture a stash with the legend right there. You can
Jim
never
Jones.
go wrong. Jim Jones. That man is my idol when it comes to full beard styled mustache. So
Can I
I
give
go-
a quick, can I give
Cupcakes.
a quick history note here? In my short time in the community, so at our August comp, I was sitting behind Jim Jones, and I happened to catch him in the bathroom. Passed a couple times. I was like, "Man, can I take a selfie with you?" Like, your beard and mustache is like just fucking phenomenal. And then you know, through the course of time and whatever, I realized who it's like. Oh my God! Like, this is just a legend. It's just, I don't know. Every time I'm at a comp with Jim Jones, I definitely get a selfie with that cat. Just
I
an
absolutely.
amazing human and an amazing beard and mustache, no doubt.
What's up, Cajun? This is another good picture. You and Mr. Wayne Patmore.
He was
He's-
damn.
he's-
He was damn happy to meet me, right?
Took the words right out of my mouth. So, all right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up because we do have some festive cheer to go with the end of the night.
Awesome.
If you guys want to stay backstage,
Thanks for
do
having
what
me.
now?
I said I heard there was somebody from the north coming in.
Yeah. He's been fresh off his tour at the Polar Express. He's getting ready for everything going into this weekend, and I'm excited to get a chance to talk to him before he hits the road. Once again, guys, mad love, and of course that.
Mad love, Ray.
Thank you.
You guys have been great. I'm hoping that we can get on there a couple more times over the next few months to talk about some things, and I hope to see you guys real soon. So if you guys want to kick backstage and we can all hang out a little bit after that, I am free for it. I know, Ron, you're an old man, so I know you want to go to bed soon. But
Hey, we got this done early enough. I might be able to stay up.
all right, guys, I'm going to push you to the backstage, and we're going to get ready for our next run. Okay, guys?
All right, love y'all.
Love you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for carrying on with us tonight. We do have a guest. We're going to run a little over the 8 o'clock hour just to make sure that we give our guest the time that he deserves. Got a little bit of an intro package for you, so we're going to go ahead and get that rolling right now. Could you? Look at that. We got a Mr.
Ho, ho, ho!
Santa.
Happy Christmas!
Looks
Ray,
like you
have you been a good boy, Ray?
probably not. Probably not.
Well, you know what they say, at a certain age, it's cool to be naughty and not so nice.
So it looks like you've got your tree, of course, properly set up there at Santa's workshop. Looking good over there. And you got that Mad Viking beard butter that looks like you're stashing in the tree. I hope that's for one of the little elves, or maybe even
Well,
it's for yourself.
actually, that's one that I already used all up, and it makes a fantastic ornament once you're done with it.
Life hack, guys. Life hack. Heard it straight from Santa right here. So, how's it going, man? I mean, like you just finished up your time with the Polar Express. You know, getting everything prepped.
So busy. So very busy, Ray.
It seems like it. So, I mean, you know, I know you've made your list. Have you had time with your busy schedule to check it twice?
No, I got that on the books for tonight.
You got that on the books for tonight. Well, I do thank you for taking the time to come out here and join us. I know that you've got a busy weekend. You've had a lot of fun going on. We're getting to see a lot of the pictures. Like, you know, Andrew, of course. Andrew's been the nice one. I'm not so nice. Looks like you had a lot of fun doing the tour, and then of course the Polar Express. And it looks like you've been doing
was
some
a little
personal
girl.
visits.
Dad was a Navy soldier that's overseas.
That is amazing.
And Santa, she built with some blocks for Santa for a little bit.
Oh, I bet that was a blast for you guys.
It was awesome.
So how's it going otherwise, man? Are you doing good? Are you ready for this weekend? How you feeling?
I'm so very ready. I'm ready to be done with my job for the year and relax and have a few drinks and hang out with Santa's buddies.
Yeah. So what you know is when Christmas is over, you can find Santa on the beach somewhere. If you look closely, you'll see just the trace hints of the hat on the beach somewhere. We'll have to make sure to get some pictures of that. So I see Mrs. Claus floating around in the background.
Yep. Just keeping a little elves in line.
With your little elves, that's needed. So
yes, so much.
We actually seen I've seen that that Mad Viking actually put up a video of you dropping off some gifts. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on Mad Viking's Instagram. Of course, we've got, you know, Namaste Santa over here. Even Santa's got to meditate to clear his head and get ready for the game. So
definitely.
So my question is how many Mad Viking products are you dropping off to my house?
I have a ton for you, Ray, because like you said, well, no, you said you've been back. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to double check that, Ray. That's that whole checking it twice thing.
See, I'm just trying to keep you on task. So maybe that's my good deal for the week. So with that, you've just to kind of talk a little bit more about what you did this past year, this past season with the Polar Express, and then of course what you've been doing. I know you've been doing some private visits and FaceTimes. I've seen that you just with the blocks with little girl. How's that been for you? Like I know you said you've been busy because we've not really had a lot of time to talk. And
no, man, it's been really rewarding. I've enjoyed it a lot. Not only it's extra money for Santa for traveling at this time of year and so on and so forth, but man, the kids, that look of amazement in a kid's eyes, when you have whenever you have different scenarios where you kind of you gotta be on your toes with what you say and do with the kids, because and you get some interesting questions at times.
I bet.
And I did find it very awesome that being around these other Santas at the Polar Express, it took 18. They used 18 total Santas to do the time from November 25th to I think the last one was December 20th. I think it was. It was this past Monday.
Oh wow!
I put in 60 hours on the train. I don't know. It was definitely. Last year was my first year doing it. I did like Courtney's old elementary school, a couple fire halls, and then I basically worked with a photographer that brought families in, and I would have one appointment, and then I'd have like 15 minutes, and then another family would come up, and then I'd have 15 minutes. And this year, the Polar Express was a whole different thing. It was way more interactive. It was very nerve-wracking the first couple times down, because you have you're listening through a door. You're standing out in the vestibule. I worked the caboose the whole time. So you're standing out in the vestibule, listening to the story, and you're waiting for your cue to come. And of course, the first time I was like, all right, is that it? Wait, was that it? Is that it? Is that it? And then it got to the point where the certain parts of the story were louder than others. And I knew that when it got to those points that I had basically, he would say it's the first gift of Christmas, and he would say it, shout it. And then after that, it was about a minute and a half, and then he would yell, "Merry Christmas!" And again, another minute and a half, and that's when I'm standing up at the door, waiting for them to punch the button for the door to open up. And I come in, ho, 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 and Merry Christmas, high five, and work your way down the train cart. And you have a couple chefs that work with you and a conductor. And the conductor goes around and he does his ticket punching and just like tries to stay out of your way as much as possible. And then one of the chefs takes people's cameras or phones and snaps photos, while the other one hands me the bell. So the thing that they give the kids is that one silver sleigh bell from the story, that first gift of Christmas.
That is amazing.
And, it's not only the kids, you give all the adults the bell too, which is kind of cool, because some of them are really shocked to get it. And you can see some of them don't care. They're like, "Oh, thanks." And then other ones are like, "Yay, I get a bell too."
You
So
keep on, I'm going to have to come up there.
it's neat. Now, I did. It's one of those things that, as being a father and being conscious of the amount of money that things cost to do with your family. When I first heard the cost of it, I was like, "Wow! Like that's no joke." It's basically, to take a family of 4, you're looking at $200.
Oh wow!
So now it is it's not just the train ride. There's a whole thing before they come out to load onto the train. And then they get on the train, you ride a couple, I would say it's the train ride in total is probably about 30 minutes. So about 15 down and about 15 back. And my show time is 12 minutes. So that time of me, once that door opens and I ho, ho, ho and move on, I have 12 minutes to go down, come back, take pictures with everybody that wants to take pictures with me, and ho, 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 and exit the rear of the train.
Well, I'm super, I'm super proud for, you getting to do that. Like personally, like Haley has already said that she's like, when you start getting into the white and the beard, she's like, I can't wait to see you, Sam. And I'm going to give you mad props on your mustache, because your mustache looks great, by the way.
Thank you, Ed. It has been a challenge to get it the way I wanted it. The first couple of times I gave up and just went with my normal mustache, and then I kept messing with it, and I finally got it to where it's not called perfect, but it's Santa Claus photos. Like, I got it pretty damn close to equal. It's so hard for me to get it like a butterfly.
No, trust me, I understand the pain. So, I do want to talk one thing, just just so you guys know, Santa is a Scully Cap fan as well, and he did get. I want to say you got the Wonderland.
Yes, and I love it.
I know. I've seen you throwing it out there with pictures and whatnot, and I was super excited for you. And
I even found some antlers to add to it to make it even more festive.
Yeah, I missed out on the Wonderland, and I was very sad by that. But It's all right. I'll get them on the next year. I'm glad that you were able to get one. I'm glad that my code worked for you as well, giving you that extra little
Yep.
boost. So if you guys for the guys that are tuning in for the first time, I do have a code with Boston Scully Company. It is 15% off. Use Bearded Rook for all your purchases on there, and it helps save you quite a bit of money. I think it saved you quite a bit when you ran through as well.
Yeah, it pretty much takes care. I want to say the shipping and handling and a little bit more.
Right. That's not cheap. So
No,
in
because
case you
I'll
haven't
tell you one thing I can say to give them. I put the order in the middle of the day on the 6th of December, and it showed up to my house on the 8th.
they're quick about it.
Yeah, I was
So
well. You figure they probably got the 12 hats that they make in each size already in boxes, just waiting to throw a label on them.
they do a really good job. They try to get them out as fast as possible, especially when they do launches like that. So
Are you curious to know how many they make of each size of the special ones? Because I'm dying to know.
I have a general idea, but I know that number has really expanded from when they first started doing limited releases to when they're doing them now. Mike, the owner, has told me that he's had to expand as the company has grown, which makes sense.
He's got a lot of people like me. I sent him a message and said, "Are you trying to get on Santa's naughty list? Because you're killing me with these damn hats selling out in 5 minutes." I said, "Can Santa get a heads up or something?"
Yeah, they definitely need to. They definitely need to start upping how much they get in. So, in case you haven't been able to catch the show, Brian just brought it up. I put out a challenge to raise money for, and you might have heard us talking about it before you got on, to raise money for the Kentucky Lyme Disease Association. And it started with this whole Speedo kick. And so I made a deal that if we raise $5,000 by the time of Monsters Ball, I will come out in one of the categories in a Speedo. So Brian wanted to know if you had caught that yet, and I hadn't told you what we were going to do that I was going to do it at Monsters Ball. But that's the whole deal right now.
No, I missed that. I was getting ready. I was pretty much got ready about 3 minutes before I was expected to be on.
You're good. We ran a little bit over anyway. I do want to take a few minutes, and if we can, let's get some questions from the crowd. Questions for Santa. I actually have one from Mr. Jeff Harris, of course. He said, "Who's the least favorite elf?"
They're all a pain in the ass. Especially the one in my damn house.
They're not on the shelf, though. It's not the elf on the shelf. So,
have you seen that video of the woman that comes down and she forgets about it? She stumbles down, picks it up, and chucks it across the room into the Christmas tree?
yes.
It's freaking hilarious.
Saw that one the other day. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. I knew I was going to pay for that whole comment about the Whalers thing. So, who else has got a question for Santa before we start wrapping out here, guys? The dentist that dentist is a pain, I'm sure. So, once again, man, I know that you've been very busy, and I'm grateful that you got a chance that we got you on tonight right before you wrap up your season. Looks like we got another question. Kyle Waller wants to know if you prefer eggnog or custard.
What do you do with custard? Do you drink it?
Some custards you can.
I'm not accustomed to that, and I do not like eggnog. Mrs. Claus likes eggnog. Spiked eggnog, not.
Let me get a little bit of bourbon in that eggnog, and you're good.
Well, there's the liquor company that Pennsylvania Dutch makes a one with alcohol in it.
Could be it could be with Fireball. Rook custard. Like, I know that she likes Fireball. Found that out the hard way.
Everybody does.
Does Santa sleep with his beard under the covers or over?
Over.
Why would you sleep with your beard under the cover?
That's weird. Who asked that
Yeah.
question?
That'd have been Jeff Harris.
I'm gonna come watch him sleep and see what's going on there.
Remember, Jeff, he sees you when you're sleeping.
Yeah, man.
Adds a whole different kind of weird level of stalker.
Oh, shit.
All right, so we got a few more minutes for some questions, guys, and then we are going to start wrapping up the show. So get your questions in. Let's go ahead and make sure Santa comes off on a good note so he can get a little bit easier to check on that naughty or nice list. Cold helps it grow. You know, I think you can put Jeff on the naughty list at this point. I'm pretty sure he just needs a lump of coal. So, same with Kyle Waller. We're going to put him on the naughty list. He's an eggnog all the way guy. All right. Yeah, we can wrap up with it. I think that's a good way to wrap out. Sing us some Jingle Bells. That's a request.
Oh, you want me to fucking sing? Shit.
Hey, bring it, brother. Come
I'm
on.
not much of a Jingle Bells. I'm more of a I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. You know the ones I used to know. Blah, 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 blah.
But as I hear
Oh,
Courtney in the
gosh.
background.
The elves are out of control.
So looks like we got one more question in here from Yukon, and that was the question from Miracle on 34. Thank you for saying good night, Brian. Love you, brother. Cookies or safety brownies?
What was it? Cookies or what?
He said cookies or safety brownies.
If safety brownies are the same as special brownies, then I'll take the special brownies.
Santa likes to get slayed. So, but once again, brother, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Scott Handy, a.k.a. Santa Claus, international president for Mad Viking. He's one of our dearest friends. And once again, brother, I'm proud of you for everything you've been able to accomplish this year. Keep doing keep doing everything that you're doing. And I know there's going to be a lot of great things coming up for 2023. So Merry Christmas, mad love, and I will talk to you soon.
Merry Christmas, brother. Mad love.
All right, guys, we're going to start wrapping up here. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a great show tonight. We're going to go ahead and do our normal. Rob going in first weekend in March. We got Mob Fest 6, of course, coming up. Same time in March, we've got the Sin City Beer Coalition is doing their competition, Battleborn for 2023, March 25th. As it just got flashed up on the screen. Don't forget, January 21st, which will be the next comp that I'm at, is going to be You Matter 2, Beard and Mustache competition, put on with Honest Amish. And all the money is going, of course, to Health and Behavioral Wellness Council. Super excited about that one. I hope you guys make it. After that, I will be in Tallahassee, Florida on February the 11th for the Highland Games main event put on by North Florida Facial Hair Society. I will actually have those guys on the show in January. Looks like the 12th is what we're looking at right here. I'm super excited to get them on. Bearded Theater, August 12th with Beard Mob Indiana. They're going to have a great show, and it's going to be at the historic Crump Theater. If you guys do not get a chance to make it to any other comp in this area between Kentucky and Indiana, make sure you make it to this one. It's going to be a great time. Other than that, guys, I think that's going to wrap up our night. Like always, I want to say thank you to the community. Thank you for our for our listeners and our viewers. You guys always bring me great cheer, and coming into the end of this year, it's I'm very grateful for the time that I've got to spend with you. And you guys really do practice the whole leave a legacy. Thank you so much for being a part of our show, being a part of our family. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you say, whatever you want to say. And then remember, it doesn't matter about the size of your beard. It matters more about the size of your heart, and always leave a legacy. Mad love. Have a great night, guys.